Welcome back to another episode of Office Politics. I'm your host, Matthew Stevenson, in partnership with Dukascopy TV. Remember, if it happens in the office, we're here to discuss it. The email today comes from a law firm, and it reads as follows. I have to work in a cubicle, which I hate. Any ideas? Well, I'm sorry you hate office life in a cubicle. You're not the only one. They can be either too public or not private enough, depends on your mood, and a lot of people find great objection to spending their work days in a cubicle. So what are we going to do? I think that the trick in developing a good working relationship with your office space, in this case it's a cubicle, is to let your colleagues know the boundaries of that cubicle and of your workspace. And what do I mean by boundaries? It could be that as a lawyer you have to write briefs. Maybe you say from 9 to 11:30 every morning, I don't want to be disturbed. Put a little note on the side of your cubicle, Joan or Philip or whatever it is, your name, isn't to be disturbed between 9 and 11:30. It may not eliminate every person from coming in and talking to you about last night's television, but it can help. Next up, if the cubicle works for some things, say speaking on the phone, but it doesn't work for others, say having confidential meetings, learn to use conference rooms, learn to use the Starbucks down in the lobby of your building. Whatever it is, the cubicle doesn't have to be your only workplace. It's where you come and it's where you leave from, but the kind of work that you do in the cubicle, you decide what's best. I know a lot of people with cubicles try to personalize them. They put plants by the doors, they put pictures, they try to make them almost closed offices. And in that sense, I think that it's defeating the purpose. The cubicle is an open space. They're a necessary evil in many, many offices. And so I would borrow a little bit from the newspaper business. You've seen the pictures of men, women typing on typewriters furiously. And people in newspapers learn to work under any conditions. They learn to shut out the world around them. They hear only their own thoughts. And I think to make a cubicle work, even though you might find it unpleasant, you're going to have to adopt a little bit the attitude of the correspondent. Well, that's all the time we have today on Office Politics. I'm your host, Matthew Stevenson, in partnership with Dukascopy TV. Remember, if it happens in the office, we're here to discuss it.